I'm Brian Van, sportbiketracker.com, and today we're going to break down the Woodcraft clutch cover protector install on our 2018 STG Kawasaki Ninja 400 project bike. Okay, this is a relatively simple install. I think most riders are going to be able to handle. We break down the whole install later in the video. If you want to see that, watch that. I'll even show you which tools you need to do it. This is a cover protector. It bolts over the OEM engine cover. Woodcraft does a great job. The design and engineering behind these products, as well as the manufacturing, this stuff is all top shelf. Excellent execution for sure. The skid pad that you see here is available in multiple colors and different materials. We're showing you the black double thick aluminum. You can get this same one in red anodized, blue anodized, or standard aluminum color, clear anodized. They also have an optional one that is a stainless steel skid pad, a little more durable on the ground. It's also a little bit thinner. Those are all options you can choose, and that is replaceable in the event of a tip over or a crash. The back side of this overcover has a rubber pad that comes in contact with the engine cover to help stabilize everything and protect it if you have a tip over, right, in a parking lot. This can help protect that cover from being fractured, okay? A low speed crash in a subdivision, something like this. And of course, racing, racetrack riding, which is really where these were born, lots of protection for the cover there. So this isn't only for a racetrack rider, this also has its application for street riders. It's not uncommon when you have I hate to call this a beginner bike because it's a hell of a lot more fun than just a beginner bike would be. But newer riders, it's not uncommon to drop the bike. You take a couple of steps to help protect it from damage, can go a long way, and it can be the difference between just picking it up and riding it away, or dropping it, picking it up, finding the cover is fractured and you're leaking oil, and now you're in a tow truck situation, which is for sure no bueno. If you like what you see so far and you're interested in this, you want to see what it takes to install it, just stay tuned. We'll show you each step after this. Okay, so let's dive right into this install. This is really pretty basic, installing this Woodcraft cover protector. In order to get access, we're going to have to remove the lower portion of the right side fairing. This is a 4mm internal hex. A couple of those. We have 5 right here. And then at the very front, we have a little clip that connects the two halves. It is right here behind the front tire. Go ahead and disengage that. And pull this off. That should get us the room that we need to get this installed. That fastener I need to get at, I believe, is right there. Okay, now we'll just take a quick look at the cover protector. This is the right side. We don't have the skid pad on it yet. Once again, the quality of machining, it's Woodcraft, is phenomenal. Eric has engineered in a rubber bumper pad here. Takes up the gap. This will kind of touch that cover, and it helps to further manage the energy if you have a tip over or crash. You see that's going to install right there. So we need to remove 3 fasteners. One here, and then one up here, the front edge. So just that lower half of the fairing is going to be plenty in order to do this. 8mm hex fastener. Make sure you save all of your OE hardware. Okay, never throw this stuff out. Number 1, it's great quality. Number 2, you never know when you might need it. So we're going to go ahead and put that in our Ninja spare bolt bin. Also kind of taking a look at the length here. It's going to give me an idea of which fastener goes where during our install. Okay. Now it's time to install the skid pad on this cover. Definitely going to use a little bit of thread locker here. These are also tapered seat fasteners. A lot of mechanical grip from a tapered seat. contact of the surface area is really large, so helps to reduce the chance of these things coming loose. This is available in multiple colors. We decided to go with the double thick aluminum in black. It'll look good on our Ninja. You know, they've got blue, they've got red, stainless steel. So you've got a couple options you can choose from. Go ahead and set that on there like so. Okay, 3mm internal hex. Just get them started before you put any torque on it. And once you have them all seated, you can go ahead and put your final torque on each one, nice and even. I don't typically use a torque wrench when I do these projects. If you don't feel comfortable, I suggest you use one. A lot of the Woodcraft instructions will include torque specs. Okay, I'll make sure these are all tight. Like so. Okay, it's time to bolt it on now. Just like with the OE fasteners, we have two different lengths. These two are the same. They're going to go in the two holes in the rear. The longer one goes in the forward-most hole. No different than we did with that skid pad when we installed it. When you get these bolts in here, just get them started finger tight, okay? Get a few threads going. We are not going to put any torque to it until we have everything assembled, right? Finger tight, making contact, and then we will go ahead and hit it with the final torque. I'll show you how to do that nice and even. And that's really the most important thing with fastener torque. It's about having a good, even pull. Good even draw. What you don't want to do is, have one significantly tighter than the next, making it all uneven. 5mm internal hex. Just go ahead and run this down. Make sure they're all seated. Like so, and then we'll go ahead and torque them down. You see I'm passing over these a couple times just to make sure they all feel good and even. Now, the part of the clutch cover that would be exposed or vulnerable in a crash is going to be nice and protected with this Woodcraft overcover. From here, all we have to do is slide back on the lower piece of trim. Okay, now all we have to do is install this lower piece of trim. 2 tabs, line up with these associated holes. It's important that this rides in front of the fairing, and then this has to also be in front of this portion here. So just kind of get it lined up. Get your tabs in. Make sure that's in front, like so. Make sure that bad boy is also in front. There's a little tab in there too, like so. From here, we are going to put the fasteners back in the same spots we pulled them out. These are both, once again, 4mm internal hex. At the back, we have a 5. Make sure you get your torque. Okay. So super simple project. I think most riders are going to be able to do this very basic tools needed. I had an 8mm socket, 4mm internal hex, 3mm internal hex, 5mm internal hex, and a little bit of thread locker. Okay, that's all it took to do this job. Why would you install this on your bike? If you're doing track days or racing, this is a great idea. It's going to help to protect the cover in the event of a crash or a tip over, keep you riding, keep you enjoying your day. Because most oftentimes you fall down and you're good to go. Just pick it right back up, a couple little tweaks, adjustments, maybe replace a handlebar or something, and you're back out there. Even for street and driveway tip overs, these OE covers are pretty vulnerable. The thing falls over, it can fracture the cover. The way Eric has these designed is they add a tremendous amount of structural integrity as well, and it can help prevent that. And even just a small driveway or parking lot tip over. This is the Woodcraft clutch cover protector for the Ninja 400. I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackGear.com.